Welcome back, everybody, to Zelda Speedruns, and today we've got for you the third game of Tanjo versus Gymnast. This is our winner's bracket, quarterfinals, and I'm joined on commentary by the one and only Clarion.
That's me. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I mean, I don't think I have to tell anybody that twice. I think we already knew coming in that this is gonna be a hype matchup between these two, and yeah, all the way to a game 3. Somehow,
yeah.
unsurprisingly. I figured it was gonna be close, pretty even. We'll see what we get for our third seed today. Finish him. Apparently. I think there's some ill will towards Adva, perhaps, our seed roller today.
True.
Could be wrong.
Yeah, they've been coordinating their names, so they had to figure out a banger for game 3, and they really figured it out.
I gotta love it. Okay, here we go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, what is this? 7? Is this 7-star or 5-star?
That is...
It's one of the boring ones.
5-star.
Yeah, I think it's 5.
It's Beth Island, it's fine. Anyway.
Sure. Oh no, it's Starbelt. Oh shoot, it was Starbelt.
Oh, it's Starbelt.
Anyway, it's one of the ones where it's just like nothing. Also, neither runner checking hints right away. I know Gymnast likes to do. I'm assuming we're gonna see the Mila strat once again.
Yep.
Okay,
Mila from Gym
coming here first, getting potentially a bonus item if it's hinted dead. Oh, Tanjo's powering through. All right, so Tanjo mentioned at one point, I think like his last race, that he was experimenting with like voice recording himself reading the hints and then kind of like taking stock of them after the fact.
Oh,
I wonder if that's what he's doing because I mean, like, look how fast he's freaking powering through these, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, he's typing them really fast if that's how he's typing them.
Yeah. And to be fair, I mean, if you can get through your hints quickly, like that is, you know, in essence, time save over a runner who takes a little bit longer. So
True.
And I'm sure that's why we see Jim favor this. I mean, it gives him a chance to farm some rupees, which we've seen some races go where rupees are very tight initially. You want to get Beetle 20 potentially. If bait bag shows up early, you need to have money for bait. So not only does it let him sort of double up Mila and also these hints, but there's some, you know, other benefits. As long as you don't get caught and as long as you don't run out of time taking note of the hints in the meanwhile. So yeah, we can see we've got, looking at Forbidden Woods, Earth Temple, and Tower of the Gods once again. So
yep, same as game 2. We'll have to see if
it's a decent smattering. I feel like Forbidden Woods people like to see. Tower of the Gods is a little bit iffy, and Earth Temple is at least interesting.
Yeah, Earth Temple's that 50-50. It's either
that's like kind of
It's either like, hey, I like this. Go mode is only like 5 minutes, or you hate everything.
Yeah. It does sometimes end in that situation of like, do you gamble it and then you're wrong and you lose, or do you try and full clear overworld and then you're wrong and you lose? But we'll see. So you might force them in earlier, or who knows?
But Tanjo grabbing the Tingle statue there in Cliff.
Yeah, we saw one of the hints was Bird's Peak Rock was barren, so he peeked the top chest this time around and doesn't even have to worry about going up there. Kind of nice. Nothing on Mila either, it seemed. No, just kidding. Was it? No, yeah. I was like, wait, no, it was Hookshot. No, they started with Hookshot.
That was, yeah.
I'll figure it out one day.
No,
it's not a bad. That's not a bad starting item.
No Morph hover though. Feels bad.
Yeah, no Morph hover. Both of them might have done it. Jim definitely would. Tanjo, he might have thought about it. He's done it before.
These two are well known for doing Morph hover, so
yeah. Could have been interesting. Too bad not happening. Maybe sometime this tournament though. Not impossible.
I mean, I know Jim very recently did it in our All Sanity race a couple weeks ago, so he isn't afraid to do it.
Who needs Hookshot?
Right.
Who needs Hookshot? Something that's interesting though in the hints, we have Path to Godon sitting over there on Crescent. That could just be something super boring like, lol, here's Din's Pearl.
Right.
But the nice thing about Crescent being a one-off check is anytime it's a path hint, like, usually at least you're going there for a good item, and you can also deduce what that path was, instantly. Sometimes you get path hints on Windfall. I think I've definitely joked about it before, and I think others have too, where path hints on Windfall are like almost useless because you get so many items that it's going to be pretty much impossible to determine what the heck it was. And you're generally bound to find at least something on Windfall. So really, you already knew that, but occasionally they're helpful. Occasionally, just depends. But yeah, otherwise, like path to Ganon and Earth Temple. I just realized.
True.
That'll be nice because then nobody's go moding that dungeon fully.
Yes, Ricky, these are the exact same dungeons as Game 2. So
yeah. For anybody who came here and thought they accidentally loaded up the VOD, don't worry.
It's a new game.
This is Game 3. I promise. Nothing in the maze. We are out of there for Tingle.
Yep.
See if we get another Lenzo door cancel from Jim. It seemed like it worked out pretty well for him last game.
Yeah.
And I know Tanjo often will do it. I imagine the reason he didn't, and this is where it's unfortunate that we haven't had a chance to kind of like break down with the runners interviews in between the races. I imagine it was just because of the Picto hints and stuff. So we'll see if he favors it differently this game.
Yep.
But the Season 5 meta for a lot of people is don't go to Windfall that early, so it might be a bit for Tanjo, depending on what else he finds.
They've been doing the classic S3, do like 1 or 2 checks, straight to Windfall.
Yeah. Oh, there is potential, though, for Leafless Golf. Anyone Leafless Golf, anyone?
No?
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I like it, but it's not everyone's favorite strat, so we'll see. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and door cancel it up with the kids here. Using a hide-and-seek minigame to turn on the lights. Using the door cancel shenanigans to route the kids a little bit differently. So, the classic Windfall stuff. As long as you don't hit that jail load zone.
Oh, that was a tragedy.
Yeah.
I forget what race that was, but we had a runner.
I think
hit
it happened
the
to Tuba, didn't it?
I think it was Tuba, yeah.
Sounds like it would happen to poor Tuba.
Poor Tuba.
Unlucky. Yeah, Jim just got a little close to that wall and got just a tiny bit scared.
Having some PTSD, but
a
luckily,
little bit, yeah.
Luckily, no voids or hitting
So
an
far,
accidental
at least,
loading zone.
so far. And that was the Master Sword locked behind bombs. No Forsaken Fortress, so that might not really logically tell us too much, but it is a convenient pickup. I think we're heading to Crescent now for Tanjo.
Oh, apparently that sword was hinted.
That sword was hinted? Well, there you go.
I didn't really get a great chance to look at the hints. I just kind of copy-pasted them.
Oh wait, no, Tanjo's not on Windfall. Gymnast is on Windfall. Tanjo's going to Diamond Stuff. I know what I'm talking about, I promise. I do play this game occasionally, I swear. So yeah, no Leafless Golf, at least for Tanjo. And who knows, Jim may opt differently, or by the time Jim finds his way down to Outset, depending on where the leaf is, it could be found. We shall see.
Also, hi, I'm here. I made it.
What's up, Hicot?
Right comes. Woo!
So how's it been going so far?
It's a lot
Hookshot
fast.
start and
A lot
got
faster than
some-
Game 2.
Nice.
feeling pretty good. Got a decent split, so we're getting a lot of information from the comm desk here. Which is always exciting at first, and then the runners track over each other's footsteps, and then we get to speculation mode.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, it looks like Jim's on Windfall. Like, I mean, this might just be me not having seen a lot of Gymnast, but I feel like he's naturally someone who tends to go to Windfall early.
I think it's largely because he goes there to do it with Mila with the hints, so I think it's just since he's here already. He favors this old strat.
Yeah.
This is like the OG Lenzo door cancel, like from forever ago.
Yeah,
I think I'd like to see him do the tree climb at some point, but it's also, whatever's comfortable for you is often the quote unquote best strat.
Yeah. I mean, Gymnast. I actually been running this game for like many years. I think I mean, I know he's been running Skyward Sword a lot, and I believe, I mean, I think Wind Waker was his first speed game, so, you know, I guess if anyone's going to be using the quote-unquote boomer strats, it would be him, I guess.
He's only been around since like 2012, something like that. Just almost 10 years. Nothing big.
Yeah. Picked up box on
the
Tanjo.
ESS that you need for this climbing of the building is like so fun sometimes.
I hate this way of doing it.
Yeah, no, it's...
Obviously, it's, you know, to
You
each
can
their
kind of
own,
see
but
how extra finicky it is if you've
Yeah.
seen... And we'll see, maybe if Tanjo does door cancel, we'll, you know, probably see a slightly different method from him. So
But-
hopefully Jim's able to get this quickly, because
yeah.
the time
It's def-
save from doing this is eking away fast, let's say.
Mhm. Yeah, Tanjo does have a Picto. Obviously, I still think he'll do Lenzo door cancel just due to how much faster it is than talking to Lenzo and riding all the way around and stuff.
Yeah, I think the big difference being the lack of the leaf, I think, ends up pushing a lot of people towards doing Lenzo door cancel, even if you have the Picto. So yeah, if you're wondering why Gymnast is doing this, part of it is because it lets him get up to these top 2 chests without needing to actually properly get that door unlocked from Lenzo. So hopefully this item's worth it. Ferro's Pearl, we'll see. We will need that, but...
Not the most exciting. But
No.
A required item, but it's no, like, Deku Leaf or anything.
Yeah, although...
Yeah.
Comes with the mail check, so maybe it is Deku Leaf in disguise. Hard to say. We'll find out when Jim checks the mail, which I assume will be after Ivan.
Mhm.
And depending on like what Pompey and Vera end up having, which is like another Picto lock check, because Tanjo will be able to check that after, and then maybe a while before Jim comes back. We'll see. That's how Rando goes.
pretty much. But we see Tingle Statue on Hide and Seek.
Which I don't know. We don't have info on an ankle, so
We do not.
could
So
be good, could be bait.
wait, do we? Did I miss that hint too?
Oh no, Path to Calidemos. Yeah, so it probably is actually good. Something good. So yeah, it's gonna be hide and seek, likely
Yeah.
required.
So
Though ankle could have boomerang.
ankle could have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Could have leaf,
Have
could have
to-
grapple.
Yeah. Things leading to one of those,
Mhm.
which might not be like hard required based due to logic breaks that we can do.
Yep.
We'll see.
But we do see Ferora's Pearl gives us a shield.
That's decent. But
Early shield is underrated in my opinion. I don't mind getting a shield early for sure.
yeah, like so Angular is one of the most interesting islands I think in season 5 when I think about it compared to season 4, because season 4 was a lot of, I guess, like the play and some of the meta was like how greedy do you get about Angular, because that double dip is painful. But in season 5, like the single dip can often happen even if you can't clear the cave. Just being able to peek the cave chest, or like if one of them's hinted, it becomes a very different sort of experience, and maybe you dip it a little earlier. But now with the shield, perhaps you agreed.
Okay,
Oh
there's-
wow, nice.
There's
There's
the
one thing
leaf,
ankle
yeah.
can't be.
Just leaf, just classic, a sphere 0, just chilling. All right, question's gonna be where are bombs? I always say that a seed, you can determine how baby a seed is largely due to the locations of both leaf and bombs. If they're both early, you're probably chilling. Obviously the bows can get gross, but besides that, you're kind of fine. But sometimes if it's one or the other, it gets iffy. And then, have we actually I don't know if Tanjo peaked Beetle earlier at the beginning. I don't remember. Might be our
Nope.
first time actually seeing his inventory.
I don't believe he did.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
it has a bow.
it's a bow. Yeah, Tanjo
would've-
would have he would have
he
picked
would've
that up, I
grabbed
think,
that.
for sure. And his money
Yeah.
is just too low. He's only sitting at some 8 rupees right now.
Mm.
I know the other columns I think have brought it up, but yeah, if you're watching season 5 fresh here, one of the big things is having our chests match their contents. Means that you don't really open up a lot of chests that have quote unquote garbage items like heart pieces and rupees.
Yep.
So early game money can be tricky.
Yeah, luckily...
Jim pick up some, some fat rupee drops on Windfall. Windfall being one of the islands where you get checks almost regardless of what they are, because a lot of them are like NPCs giving them to you, so there's no forewarning of the type of check they might be. But
so the reason Tantra didn't look at Beetle, I would assume, is that since he didn't have money for it, even if he saw it's a bow, he's gonna say, "Okay, great."
no, I have to go back in there again later when I have cash.
Right. All right.
I know some people favor peeking it because there is benefit to knowing how much you probably want to prioritize grinding up some money.
Mhm.
But I know for myself, at least, I'm firmly in the camp of doing what Tanjo has done and just not peeking it until you have the cash for it. We're getting some early statues. So often how Inka likes to go, and that looked spiky to me. I don't know if anybody can confirm. That looked spiky to me up on the...
I wasn't looking super closely.
I say that though, and I think it looks like Jim has crossed it out on his map tracker, so...
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell.
Yeah, it's hard to see it, right?
Yeah,
well,
when I'm playing, it's different, but if you're watching somebody else, like, you're not ready for how the peak is going to be.
Well, I think also both he plays on console, so I think it's just naturally harder to see stuff.
True, it's true. Got a little bit of that console graininess.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Jim here at DRI.
Doing the shot from the boat. Okay.
That
Wisening up and doing the steady shot from the ground. I'm like, you don't save time shooting it from the boat. You just make it harder for yourself. But maybe people want the challenge. Okay, well, nothing on the boulder, and it looked like it. I think that's spiked. That peak is rough on that peak is rough on console. But yeah, judging by his behavior, I think we're I think it's
honestly
a fair bet.
I do this peak where you just dive under anyway, because it's so hard for me to see that chest, even on emulator.
Yeah, interesting how even though it's the leaf, he's still going round.
Yeah, that's a good point. He probably could have done the back strat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not
Perhaps
sure.
Just not thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean at this point,
possible.
I mean at this point you have to think too. These runners are probably kind of getting fatigued. I mean, this is your third seed in 4 hours, basically.
Yeah.
I know I'd be tired after that, so.
I do like that side up jump, the mid-air slash. I like that for getting down. Mirror shield, alright, cool. That's a fast shield.
Looks like we don't have to worry about angular, because we can just do it.
Yeah, can just go for it.
Nice, yeah. Always good.
Yeah, it's good to get that headache out of the way. And honestly too, like, with Leaf in tow, I could easily see a dip over to Forest Haven, Angular. Although I don't think Jim's taken that visit to Cliff yet either, so still some stuff to do on the right side of the map.
Yeah, I don't think Jim is gone. We do see a skull hammer there for Kanjo. I don't really know what check that was. I'm assuming it was Pompey and Vera, but
yeah, I'm not sure.
I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, more cheese on Jim's end.
Mm-hmm.
Required, but kind of boring.
Yeah.
Oh, it could have been Grandma. That's true.
That would make sense. Yeah, because he did change it to night, obviously, looking for some mail. Did not see Mila from Tanjo yet. Is likely going to try and greet it for perhaps some delivery bag action up to House of Wealth or even Fire and Ice.
Yeah, I mean,
depending on when those show up, of course.
True.
Tanjo going for this. I don't like this hook shot on this chest. It's so the waves make it so rough.
Especially here when it's Ghost Ship is here.
Yeah. Going back to the boat, not so bad. Other way around though, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got Cliff for Jim, so got peeking the top chest. I think one of the earlier races, neither one of them ended up peeking it, and they were like both empty.
Oh.
So it was a bit unfortunate. I think now it's interesting to see them both essentially adapt adapt mid matchup here. Like, oh yeah, that's right, I can peek these. Because often, you know, if Bird's Peak Rock is, you know, in play, let's say, I think some people might even argue that it's still worth it to just get it out of the way, and that maybe you just come through here even if they're nothing anyways. But or you don't bother peeking at the very least, because Cliff always seems to have stuff. Except when it doesn't, but... Yeah, Tanjo getting that bow off of Beetle finally. Finally has the cash for it.
Yep. Jim picking up already got his 5th Tingle statue.
Yeah, wait, yeah, no kidding.
Looks like that path we'll be figuring out pretty quickly.
Yeah, the only reason you wait to go to ankle is maybe if you anticipate a mail check soon.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's nice because that's a very convenient mailbox to visit, but
Jim
I think
says,
that's
"Nope, I'm
likely
going."
too greedy.
Yep.
And Forest Haven is always there.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is going to be our path to Calidamos. So
I think it's
this is, you fingers crossed, hope it's like something to do with grapple and maybe not so much to do with boomerang. But
yeah. I think it pretty much has to be either grapple or something that leads to it at this point.
Oh yeah, I guess boomerang was in fact hinted. We do know where that is. Oh, it's bombs.
Bombs.
Well, that
What?
could actually be boomerang by extension.
No, because salvage core is power bracelets, so that doesn't...
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, so grapple has to be specifically bomb locked. We're looking at either bomb mail
Or
or Eyelid of Steel.
Maybe it's in Tachi somewhere, but
True, that's true. Tower of the
do-
Gods, yeah.
we do know where all 3 pearls are, so...
Yeah, with the
Looks like-
tower in play. Jim's kind of sizing up some Forbidden Woods here. The bombs make that clear a lot smoother. You got the bow, you've got bombs. Now you have fire and ice arrows.
I
That
mean,
doesn't actually really help too much. A little bit.
now you have
but-
like a beautiful after FW though.
Yeah.
Do that.
But we're
hit ice
thinking
ring.
some overworld. I don't hate this. Forbidden Woods might be a little of an early dip. I
Yep.
think it could go fine, but maybe you just kind of chill for a second.
Yeah, Jim's hard committing to the only really being able to check top of waterfall here, but
Yeah. He might be waiting for grapple even too.
it's a spiker.
It's a spiker.
Very well could be our grapple.
Yeah, and we don't have too many like fake spike items, I guess, like, you know, bait items.
Right.
I'll joke
Yes.
about that in some seeds. Like, if you don't have Tower and the Gods in Logic, like, all the pearls still show up in these chests, and, like, Tingle statues always will, regardless of Ankle's status of having something, so... But Ankle required, and... you know, Tower of the Gods in Logic. Now we've got 2 mail checks sitting for Jim at the nearest, you know, at his nearest convenience, let's say.
Yep. Looks like he's just heading to Ice Ring now, so...
Yep. And then I imagine we'll go right down to Angler, so he's just gonna do down the line. Figure out where we're going from there afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, really, doing FW here would have been nice, but without grapple, without really a great way of killing the eyes except bombs. Although he had bow, I guess.
The bow, yeah, I think the bow helps.
Yeah.
You can make an argument, I think, either way. I imagine he might just want to wait a little bit for grapple. Make some things a bit smoother. I don't know how his preferences are for clearing the dungeon.
I'm not 100% sure.
So, I think, and this might be, you know, I could be wrong, and maybe this has changed, but I feel like in the past,
well, there's
grapple.
there's the
so
grapple.
We're chilling. I know Jim, I think, likes to tend to clear with the logic a lot of the time. Not always, but I think especially often early I remember seeing even in the past, but who knows, maybe that's changed.
I know, especially from like Skyward Sword Randomizer. I mean, I know it's a different game, right? But I think like in that game, we noticed that he specifically does a lot of like earlier spheres and tends to like stay in logic. So yeah, I just suspect I suspect a lot of like the thought process is very similar in this game as well.
And to be fair, like I think sticking with logic will steer you right most of the time.
I'd say, like,
Obviously, there
right,
are
yeah.
occasions where the logic gets really messy, and so you could kind of cut some corners and save yourself some time. But
Yeah. I mean, I think that in general, I think that logic is never ever the fastest way, but it is definitely a way to complete the seed that isn't like horribly slow. It's kind of like, it's. I mean, you could typically. I mean, the reason why people break logic right is because to like try and complete the seed faster than normal. But yeah, there are disadvantages to that, I guess, which Jim tends to avoid. It seems.
yeah, I mean, there's definitely been times I know when I'll end up like almost making a seed more difficult by trying to greed certain things and doing certain logic breaks. So
Yeah. Right. Right.
and I can't tell what that is up on the peak. It is spiked.
It's
Okay,
spiky.
wasn't 100%
Also, speaking
sure.
of logic, Tanjo reading all these Tachi items and just says, you know what? Let's do Tachi at 25 minutes.
It's an early dip for Tower of the Gods, but I mean, what are you really waiting for otherwise with this dungeon?
I mean,
You've
Fire
got
Yeah.
Leaf, you've got bombs. Really, all you're waiting for is Fire Knights, exactly.
And even
I think
then-
as long as you can hopefully avoid dipping, hop across for right now, and like lose a little bit here with running down to the torches, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, Fire Knights is more like a convenience item than anything, but yeah, other than that, it's like.
yeah, exactly. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I agree with
not always
doing
the dungeon
something
you
like-
expect to start in on a seed, especially a seed with Forbidden Woods, but I think it tracks. And was that nothing in the cave? I'm not sure. I should have been paying a lot more attention to what was happening on Jim's side.
assuming he's just leaving, I'm assuming it was nothing.
Yeah, we're in, we're out. But again, helpful to have that sort of peace of mind with the mirror shield. And this is looking like a Forbidden Woods play for Jim, so we're gonna go two separate ways with dungeons.
Yeah.
No boomerang in hand, but with that being behind Bomb Island, it's not surprising. I think they both skipped boomerang last
I think they
race
did.
as well.
Yeah.
So spoilers if you haven't watched that and you're planning to watch the VOD, I apologize.
True.
Whoops. Sorry, not sorry.
I mean, that's not really a huge spoiler, but
No, it's not really.
we've said multiple times this is the same dungeon layout. So.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Funny that boomerang was hinted both times.
That is kind of funny, but
That's sort of crazy.
But yeah, Jim just going into Jim going into Forbidden Woods. Interesting how he doesn't have Din's Pearl actually, so I guess it makes sense. He will have to beat Kali Demos out of logic with either the bow or bombs. I guess he'd probably use bombs in this instance, really.
I mean, yeah, if anybody knows how to beat Callie with
Yeah.
bombs, it's an all dungeons runner, so.
Yeah.
and
Anybody who knows how to
on,
clear this dungeon without boomerang. Same situation. This is not new territory for Jim. Nor will it be
No,
for Tanjo
yeah.
if he chooses to do this, which I imagine he will.
yeah.
Yeah.
If
I
you
mean,
know
yeah, I mean,
boomerang, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that it really helps to have that like vanilla muscle memory, like I guess, in like kind of like the back, so you can do kind of like vanilla strats, I guess, like bomb bag with Kali Demos, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this was a blue chest up here.
Did it look like I couldn't quite see? And you can kind of
Oh,
see it on that like initial on his wood. See, I get so scared on some peaks. Oh, Tanjo's
just-
not quite making it to the elevator. No, that feels
I-
so bad.
I didn't see spikes, so I'm assuming he's gonna skip it, but
No, I mean, to be fair, yeah, if you're looking for the spikes, that is the important part.
Mhm.
Yeah, Forbidden Woods is interesting. How skipping the small and big key are so like not free, but like kind of free. Let's be honest. That
Yeah.
the key chests in this dungeon become just basically, hey, avoid these as well. They might as well be brown chests for a lot of these runners. I know, I just go ahead and ignore them. A lot of my
Yeah,
routing comes into just like, how do I ensure that I can skip the big key depending on my item and other placement. Oh wow, that was that peacock could have really ruined Jim's day, but
that was very lucky timing, I guess, for Jim.
yeah, knocked him straight forward. Also, I love seeing Tanjo shoot the eye on the big Armos there, the Armos Knight.
Sure.
As long as you call the aggro of the two together, you end up saving about a second by doing that. Nothing in here though. Yo, big magic drop.
Let's go.
I get scammed by that piece of grass so much. It usually gives me the small one, and half the time it just falls off the edge anyways.
The ultimate
It's not
feels
fair.
bad moment.
It's the only magic drop in the entire main room of Forbidden Woods, which is a dungeon built around the Deku Leaf, which is what gives you the magic meter. It's so bizarre.
Right.
I mean, I know the bulbs give you magic back, so like fine, but come on.
That's slow.
Come on, Miyamoto. What's going on? What were we thinking here?
Alright, nothing there on that chest.
We're just gonna go and get some of the nuts out of the way.
Tanjo with a beautiful little jack clip there.
Probably one of my favorite tricks in the whole game. I always say that because it remains to be true.
I believe that was the first trick I learned in Wind Waker. Because I saw that and I was so annoyed with doing Tower of the Gods casually, so I just learned how to do F1 skip and jack clip and all that.
Doesn't Tanjo still have his chest storage hitbox? I'm a little worried. I know he likes to leaf from this to the ledge here. Yeah, and that's exactly what I was worried about. You can't ledge grab with chest storage. It's like watching like a car collision in slow motion right there. Yeah, used to the old season 4 clears and before, where often you don't end up having chest storage all the way into here at this point.
Right. Nothing.
I do miss that hook. I miss that hook shot strat though. That upper chest is so often nothing that like half the time I don't even bother equipping it anymore.
Yeah. But we do see sword on the stone tablet there, so...
Dang, required sword. Can't skip it. What the heck?
We're actually getting kinda close to being near go mode here. Or no mode, I should say.
Yeah, this may end up being a shard search more than anything, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we already got pretty much every item we need.
Yeah, like... Down a bow, down a sword as far as our... Oh, here we go. Alright, so for anyone who does not know the lore, Tanjo and Command Melody Skip have a fraught past. And I've basically been waiting for this exact thing to happen, where Tanjo gets frustrated enough with Command Melody Skips that he comes up with his own setup. And it finally happened, and this is it, so fingers crossed it works for him, because I know this trick kind of haunts him in his nightmares. Because it's a cool little setup. But you never know. I feel like all the setups are great until they don't work. But this one has been working for him, so nice. First try.
We take those.
I'll still probably always do boomer strats till I die, but hey. I won't fault a strat that works for a runner, so...
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much, you know? You want the runners to do what's comfortable for them.
Yep.
And, you gotta love when Forbidden Woods' big key chest is hinted dead, because you can just leave. I love not checking that check in Forbidden Woods. The gymnast makes a quick escape from the basement.
One of the best feelings.
Blind mates. I like this routing from Jim too, by the way, just because, especially favoring the bomb clip, doing it off of the save warp from the mini boss that you pretty much see all runners do anyways. He's right there where you would want to do that bomb clip. So.
Yep. And we see a shard on mini boss there.
Required mini boss.
Yep. Yeah, it's weird.
As ever.
I feel like...
Oh, he got the leaf blow on the bubble in the platform cutscene. No, he didn't. Oh. Maybe not. Oh no, I think he did, but it must have landed on the ground. That's so unlucky. Stupid bubbles, dude.
That's very unlucky if that's what happened. I wasn't...
I think I heard it drop. Maybe someone in chat can confirm. And Gymnast is going to store whatever this is. Because this might actually even be... No, it's not a key chest. I couldn't remember. It's a spike chest as well. Even better. This is pretty much how Forbidden Woods go. You skip the small key every time, and then you generally just storage for the big key, unless it just happens to be like directly on your path. Like maybe if there was a key chest in Morph Pit, I open it and see what it is. But a lot of or across from the flower. But other than that, you pretty much I just ignore key chests.
Sometimes I'll open that if I know it's big key instead of doing the storage, but
Sure. Yeah, if you can confirm.
yeah, right.
And yeah, bomb strats. To me, 1 hit. I know we don't have Jim's audio going, so I can count them out for you. Callie makes a noise when she gets hit. 2.
2.
And key for Tanjo, it's going to be the small key, not the one he wanted to find. Not quite getting the throw, so the bomb is not going to hit Callie's hitbox there. Well, apparently Tanjo has the big key already. I probably could have avoided opening the chest, but that's like a very minor thing. And 4.
Really nice Cali damos there from Jim.
Yeah, I
Bomb
think that's
shots can be
2. I think that's 2 4 out of 5 bombs in a row.
Yeah.
Which I wonder if Jim's like, oh, it wasn't 4 out of 4. I'm not sure. I mean, because again, as a speedrunner in the game, like,
knowing Jim, he's definitely saying to himself, like, why wasn't that just a 4 out of 4?
yeah, should have been 4. Should have been better.
Yeah, well, I think it's like if you're like a vanilla runner, you'll be a lot more like picky around like your general like execution. I think.
For sure.
Yeah, like I find
mean,
that like yeah. No, it's
I think
like,
even I would just even as like rando runners, I think sometimes like you can't ignore the execution.
Oh,
Maybe not like there's other parts of the rando worth focusing on, but can't forget that part of it either. Time to be saved.
I think execution's definitely something that kind of like separates like the mid tier runners from like the top tier, from like what I've seen anyway. Like,
first try storage versus like second or third can be a couple seconds here and there all over the place.
Yeah. It's basically just like free time save, so when you get into like late game guessing, you essentially just have more time to guess incorrectly.
Yeah. And it looks like Jim may have stored a wallet.
Yep, that's...
Which, I'm like, no, we didn't see another wallet yet, so...
Yep, we should see the mail here in a second. That's a pair.
I couldn't tell what that was at first. Honestly, yeah, I think you pick that up every time, because...
Hey,
depending on when we get the bait bag, like, it could be helpful. Also, it doesn't lose you time, really.
That's a trip to Beetle you just saved, so...
Yeah. You know, imagine a world where... Well, I guess... I don't know, maybe bait bag is, like, in Earth Temple.
I mean, it's possible.
You, like, exit out of Earth Temple and then immediately just grab top of Headstone without having to leave.
There's Maggie's letter on wallet mail.
I'm trying to remember what else Jim has on on Windfall. He's still got a couple things. No pick though, so I would imagine it's true. Oh, it's true. We can see some fire ice checks from him at some point. Never looked at what the transparent was. They definitely both were there at night, but
I don't know if they checked, honestly.
It's hard to say. That's a peak that's easy to forget about. Yeah, you can get some information early about the Windfall fire and ice checks.
Yeah, definitely.
Picking transparent chests are an interesting part of the rando. It's like you can't quite get it, but you can see it.
Like, I know you're there.
Yeah, although I get so worried in Earth Temple that I'm like miss-peek a key chest and then it's gonna like screw me over. Also, okay, so I noticed Jim do this the first time he was here, or last race, I should say. And assuming it's gonna happen again, he went ahead and set the wind northwest, on the island, facing northwest or southwest. East. Anyway, the wind is facing Jaboon's cave. I imagine he'll do the roll clip into the leaf. I thought that was really interesting. Like, makes me want to time it, but it looks pretty quick. It's not something I'd seen other runners do up until this point.
Right.
And that's our last bow. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, lights. Not even 40 minutes in. That's pretty quick, I think, from what I've seen anyway.
That's very quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a classic location for that one too. I feel like all the way up at the top.
I feel like that chest 99% of the time is you're missing white item and you're like, you know what? It's not cheap. Big key, isn't it?
Yeah, Eric, I'm gonna clear through this whole gosh dang dungeon only to find the one item at the very top, aren't I? But you would never gamble that. It's going back to all the rooms is such a pain.
Yep, on Jim's side, we're just seeing that outset loop that we saw Tanjo do. However, Jim does have the ability to go to Needle Rock and Islet afterwards.
Yeah, and that could make a difference.
Definitely.
So it's like Tanjo popped it earlier and got the picked for first Windfall. Jim's popping it later, is going to have Fire and Ice. This is sort of how the give and take of Rando goes.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
it can be hard to tell who's going to come out on top based on some of the item placement and such, but... Alright, so let's see. Oh, he wants Growler now. I wonder if it's before midnight. I'm not sure. No idea.
I mean, it's naturally dark. He's
No,
not even
Jim's
gonna
not
check
even
it.
gonna, he's not even gonna double check. He might know. He might already know that it was past midnight.
I think there is a visual cue in the game that, like, once
Is
it
there
turns a
really?
certain... I think once the game turns a certain darkness, it'll basically tell you it's after midnight.
Interesting. I should look into that. 'Cause that would be kind of nice to know sometimes. I mean, that's like a minor optimization thing, but hey, you know,
Right.
optimization is
Hey, you saved that...
any little bit, right? We were just talking about saving like a couple seconds here and there, so
Yep.
it does matter.
Grandma giving us the hammer today.
Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, the leaf. Look, it looks pretty good, and you also hit the load zone in the air, which I guess doesn't really matter, but
You still sploosh anyway, yeah.
yeah. I'm not sure,
It does look faster to my untrained eye, but
but not by like a ton, so it's hard to say.
no, right.
And if you pull that leaf too early, you're probably I'm sure you run the risk of more easily hitting the load zone of the door.
Right.
Of course, then it's just don't pull leaf too early.
Yeah, this game could be really dumb where even if Link doesn't hit the hitbox, his head or something will hit it and the game will go, good enough.
Yeah, pops you up. To be fair, we utilize that occasionally, and it's quite helpful.
True.
You know, some of our out-of-bounds shenanigans are only possible because the top of Link's head pops you up into bounds. And this is where I'm happy to have seen, I don't know what that is, but it's sparkling, so I don't think it's necessary. Jim might be going for a closer look.
I don't know if Jim knows.
No, he's going to Earth
Oh, he's-
Temple.
Wow, super early Earth Temple, okay.
Spicy, but we've got it all this time. I'm like double checking, but like we've got the hammer, we've got the command melody, we've got the mirror shield. Biggest thing you would probably want to find before coming in here would be the light arrows. So
Yeah, slightly unfortunate for Jim, but also it's locked behind all of Tachi, so...
yeah, and he still has not found Din's Pearl. So
Mhm.
Tower of the Gods not currently even an option that he has. For all he
As-
knows, Din's is in here.
And as someone in chat just pointed out, ET is hinted towards Ganon this seed, so... You are very much expecting to find
You know it won't be empty.
yeah,
At the very least. Of course, it could end up happening where this first chest is the one thing that's in here.
and you still have to full clear because you don't know, but...
Yeah, and you give your opponent a chance to, like, basically full go mode. But, I mean, that's, you know, there are risks to take.
Oh yeah. No, I don't hate this play at all by Jim.
Yeah. If anything, it's also spicy. I think something that maybe, I don't know. I'm sure people's opinion on it differ, but like there is that added benefit of Jim probably knows it's unlikely for Tanjo to be dipping Earth Temple this early.
Right.
And
He can-
sometimes there can be some advantage in doing something that you know others won't be.
Like metagame of knowing your opponent. a
Yeah,
little
and
bit.
how they like to clear.
Mhm.
Can easily screw you though.
Oh, for sure.
Sometimes maybe you'd rather just take the straight race of like, I'd rather just basically clear identically. So, we'll see. We'll see. There could
to
be a lot
honest,
here and this could be big.
To be honest, this seed is way too early to tell who's truly in the lead.
Oh yeah, especially with how much they've branched. I think it's going to be hard to tell for a while.
Yeah, both runners have a bunch of other stuff that the other one hasn't done, so I'm assuming we'll see them kind of trade off what they're doing.
Yeah, I think biggest advantage I'd give towards Tanjo is just that Gymnast spent some time going for lens or door cancel that he probably did not want to be spending. Just having some trouble with that trick. So, but besides that, like, I think they've both been playing really, really solid. So,
For sure.
as expected from these two, really. Let's be honest.
Right. When you have two of your top players in the tournament, you expect it to be a good match.
Yeah, it's just like easy first try bomb push. Although now he's worried about the. Oh, he was just gonna go ahead and open it. Probably doesn't want to worry. Is probably worried about deleting the small key, I guess. Or maybe thinking about some left side early here. I'm not sure.
Could see some early left side.
That was definitely an intentional ditch of storage so that we can just open that. So,
Yeah. Kind of piggyback up what we were saying.
Tanjo out of arrows.
Feels bad. I mean, the only major execution thing was Jim struggling with lens door cancel for so long. Although we do see a spiky chest.
You know what? That's why he ditched his storage on the other chest. He probably was like, oh wait, that's right, this one was spiky. I'm gonna store this one.
That's true, you could have peeked that.
Yeah. I find so often in Earth Temple in Season 5, I end up storing behind the destructible walls that it may have even just been like a... not like muscle memory, but like kind of, you know, you just sort of get into these habits. You know, we're also 3 seeds in. Maybe he was like, oh yeah, that was nothing, right? And like, no, that was last seed, It's spiked this time.
Again, it's that fatigue of when you play 3 seeds in a row.
The big thing I feel like I run into
It's
with
like-
that is the hints. Keeping all the hints
start to
separate.
they run together for sure.
Yeah.
But we do see Shard there on Needle Rock.
Yep. It's in the bait bag, but
Bit Bag's kind
don't
of
need it for that one.
It's more of a suggestion, not a hard requirement.
Just don't tell Big Pig.
For that check, at least.
Yeah, for that one. And we've got a bit of a... well, I was gonna say a dungeon flip, but no. This is not. Tangent just on to the next one. Jim's off doing his own thing.
Interesting enough, he's not... Oh, he's gonna void, I think. Maybe.
No, he's leaving. Killer Floor Masters is Iron Boots. It's Iron Boots. So he's he's just trying to get out of here with his storage intact.
Unfortunately, it looks like he's not gonna be able to do that.
You
and
can,
it's best chart.
Yeah, of course, right?
That's worth it. Get best
Oh yeah,
chart.
you're under. It was 13, right?
No, it was 23.
That was 23. I knew it had a 3 in it. Look, okay, I'm sorry. Fake fan, by the way. Fake fan.
How dare you, Claire? Oh my god.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know why people liked that one for so long. I finally understand the reason, and it's true. It is actually the best chart, objectively.
It's the most unique one. Yeah.
It is the most unique one. Where is that one found recently? Normally, is there a reason why the text on it is so jank?
I think it's on Splush and originally.
Hmm. Now, so if anyone doesn't know, for whatever reason, Treasure Chart 23 has one less text box. Because it just does.
Because
Yo,
it does.
spiky on Jim's side. Oh my god, it's
I wonder what that is.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's Iron Boots.
Yeah,
It's one of the few. And I was talking about it earlier when Jim was over on Cabana. How we have so few fake out items. But
that one right there,
Iron Boots are one of them. Yeah,
Yep.
Iron Boots, bottles, and the extra wallet. That's a good angle jumping out of bounds for Jim.
Yeah, that was really beautiful.
Like, that's like a very minor thing, but I just feel like I needed to say something.
But we see non-spiky boy there, so... Oh no.
There's ever so slightly a chance that these keys will knock you out of bounds, but thankfully you kind of have like that backup chest. So I usually don't bother killing them as long as that other one's still in play.
If I have Boomerang, I'll maybe kill the ones that fly on the right side just to be safe, but...
Fair, that's fair.
Boomerang can do its one job for me. It can be the keys killer.
Right? Surely is. Yeah, it's the Key Skiller 9000. Also, Tanjo, no grapple here in
true.
Forbidden Woods. So
We do know that the chest before mini boss is nothing, but Tanjo doesn't, obviously. So
yeah, and it's certain things like this right here, like waiting for these to rise up. Grapple doesn't save a ton of time in Forbidden Woods, but it does save time, even when you skip it. So, you know, if we're playing the game of advantage one player, advantage the other player, it's like Jim having trouble with Lenzo door cancel, advantage Tanjo. Tanjo Forbidden Woods without grapple, advantage Gymnast. Like, this is how the rando goes. But
it's like everything kind of like adds
who's
up
ahead. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Determining who's ahead though is still always so hard.
Oh yeah, I mean, if someone were to ask me right now, I'd say your guess is as good as mine, because I think I'd maybe give a slight lead to Tanjo, but I mean, we're talking a very minor one.
Yeah, we might not know who's really like ahead until high roll.
Yeah,
sorry,
it's like basic. Yeah, no, I mean it's like basically like non-existent, and like one, not even really a mistake, just one small like thing can like easily change it. Really, it's like
for sure, for sure. Yeah.
Wait, is the head broken? Is the command broken?
I think it has been for a while.
Hang on, we're fixing this.
Yes, let's go. That's my favorite one. See, we just needed a proper restreamer in here to go ahead and take care of. No, we appreciate all the restreamers over on ZSR. Big ups to any of the volunteers.
Yeah, but Jim just finishing up Earth Temple. Yes, still no Din's Pearl. Someone remind me where that was?
Yeah, I actually don't remember.
It was early on, definitely. I mean, Tanjo had it, but yeah.
May have been part of the some of those like left side checks. I don't think, because Jim went from outset straight to headstone, so we still haven't seen like diamond step and such from him. So
right, yeah.
Jim gonna go ahead and save warp, so we are gonna keep going in Earth Temple.
Yeah, well, diamond step definitely had the picture box, right? That was one of the items I remember, but I don't know what the other one was.
All right, it's back.
Let's go.
Hey.
Feels good. Everything's right in the world. Do we think Jim goes for the full clear of the dungeon? I know sometimes some runners will like leave left side because they're like left side sucks.
I feel like he still needs so much items that a full clear makes sense considering how many items he needs. He still needs like Master Sword, still needs a few shards. In his mind, he still needs Din's Pearl. He needs like too many items for it to like. If he were to not do it, I feel like that would be very, very, very aggressive. Maybe late game it might make sense, but it's not like.
Yeah, no, I'm inclined to agree with you for sure. Yeah. Although we do know one of the checks on the left side is going to be a small key, so kind of bit unfortunate there. And checking the left side, it must have been a spike if we're playing Command Melody. It kind of can do some cheeky stuff down here to. If you peek those transparent and neither one is anything, there's some cheeky routing stuff. And I think that's the big key right there, actually. Plus 1 point for doing left side if big key is down in the basement, because it's at least not over there. Because if you can determine both the big key and one of the other small keys is over there, then you're talking about 2 chests on left side only. And yeah, we are still looking for that path to Ganon somewhere in here, but I guess it sounds like Tanjo. It sounds like Gymnast over in First Crypt stored Moblin's letter. So we have at least found something. If that ends up being the only thing here, then
that's kind
we'll definitely be cashing that in at some point. But yeah, I'm sure Gymnast is hoping to find a little bit more. We'll see.
Yeah. Really nice stuff observed there. But
could be something here. Little hook shot up. No pull the block.
And there's the sword.
Alright, well that's pathed again, and if I've ever seen it. And oh yeah, we know the big key chest was hinted already as just a garbage item. So, out of the basement.
Tanjo with the fire arrow strats.
Oh, yo! Nice.
I've never been able to get those.
It is...
It's so precise.
It is precise
and
and also finicky and also RNG dependent, so...
basically,
it's something. Yeah, you don't see it too often. But that is, believe it or not, a lot faster than doing bombs.
Oh, 100%.
So that's gonna feel good for Tanjo right there. Especially in lieu of having no boomerang, like, that is extra nice. Here we go, bomb strats for Jim here. Not quite. One of the benefits of doing this version is, as opposed to like some of the older strats, like with Medley, you don't have to bring Medley all the way over here. There is a newer strat where you actually can leaf to the ledge, and it's like a janky ledge grab, but...
oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, you haven't? It's really interesting, because you can technically grab the ledge underneath the block, and it sticks out just a little bit, and you can grab it. But it's, you know, believe it or not, kind of jank. That's light arrows for Tanjo.
Yep.
Which male was that? I don't remember. Yeah, obviously Jim has it already, but...
Bomb mail, I believe.
Was it bomb mail? Nice.
Okay, sorry about that. For some reason our bot just got disconnected, so you couldn't hear us for like the last minute.
I was kind of wondering who left. I was like, oh wait, I think it's
For some reason the bot just people left. I don't know.
Dang. The bot's
Luckily,
mad.
the bots are revolting. Oh god.
Oh, Gymnast just out.
Yep, I mean, he got his path to Ganon, so I guess I don't blame him.
I don't know if we can confirm that the rest of left side was done.
Well, we know one of them was a key.
I know one of them was a key, but I think the big key was down there in the basement. I swear that chest looked like there was a key chest down there. Maybe I mispeaked it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess, do we know here on the comms that there's a shard that we're missing? Because we've seen all the swords, we've seen all the bows now. So yeah, I think there's still one free range shard that we haven't seen. Well, hopefully it's not there. We'll know later.
Yeah, sorry, I had to go get some water.
Ah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I got thirsty.
Stay hydrated.
True. Before
Hear
this
that, chat? If you haven't drank water in a bit, consider doing so.
True.
Oh, I was like, wait, Jim didn't go for the turnaround, but he needs to go talk to Maggie, doesn't he? So.
Sometimes.
All right, fine.
Sometimes
he
as a
actually
joke,
did...
I'll still do the turnaround, even if I don't need to.
I wonder if you could get technically a little bit closer, because you did get a roll in there, and it looked like it moved him just a tiny bit, so...
I mean, it was
Jim being optimal.
What's new?
What's new? Smart runner, by the way. I just like sending the camera out of bounds. Fun. Now we can start Zunari as well.
Sure.
I had that moment, I'm like, we haven't done this yet, right? Like, again, see, I even get confused between the scenes where I was watching, let alone playing.
Yeah.
Like, do I have the flower yet? Like, hang on a second.
Well, and
Chandra's doing a little bit of little dungeon rushy action. It's
Classic Tanjo.
probably owing big to the path on the Ganon path hint down here. Well, there's
I'm
a bait
sure.
bag.
And as we know, this is a good play, since ET does have a sword.
Yeah, it has to have something. Has to have something.
So really, Tanjo will just be one shard off go mode at about hour 15-ish.
Yeah, and Jim's staring down the barrel of all of Tower of the Gods right now.
Yeah.
Still.
We could see some big pig action. That is.
Oh, we don't have the north-facing wind.
Oh,
He hook shot the mailbox. So
yeah,
he didn't sail up to the island the way you might normally.
Yeah, it would have been northeast then.
Yeah. Hey, you noticed before you got the awkward, hey, it didn't work cutscene, so that's good.
There's a lot of times,
just a time waste.
especially in the days where we would save scum Northern Fairy Island. There'd be so many times where I tried to start windmill and just go, "Why isn't it working?" Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're like, what? Yeah, that's because you just save warp onto the island and.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see some creep action.
Is it gonna come up big? Do you think he knows you're watching, Stacks?
I mean, as a registered boomer, I must say, both of these guys did run during Season 3, and creep was always loaded in Season 3, so...
See if it holds true. Looking for some cheese. Oh, not quite getting the side hop off the carriage.
Transparent's dead, which I'm assuming both runners knew.
Well, if he didn't, he knows now.
Feels bad.
Thanks a bunch, Creed.
So useful.
But yeah. I've definitely can't notice the gymnast movement it doesn't seem to be as cracked as normal. Like, you know, he's definitely been like, I feel like he's been making some uncharacteristic errors, such as like, I mean, very small ones, right? But like, I guess the biggest one being kind of like Lenzo door cancel. That was kind of like, that movement was a bit sketchy, but like stuff like that, I don't know. So,
I mean, the thing with Lenzo door cancel, I think that's interesting. I'm sure, especially for someone who's a bit more speedrun focused with this game. Lenzo door cancel is like very much like a rando strat.
Yeah, there's literally no reason to do it in.
Yeah, which is why, like, you know, I called it like an old version of that strat. Like that was like back like Season 3, people kind of started doing it, and they did it by going up the wall of Lenzos. So.
Well, the tree, but.
Yeah, now we've got, you know.
Now there's about 8,000 different ways to do it.
A bunch of different ways to do it, yeah. Like I remember seeing Gabi was the one who did like the wall grab, side up, just straight up the tree, side up off the tree, like easy angle and everything.
Right.
And I feel like every setup you see nowadays basically plays off of that. Oh, Jim going for the
pig.
It's the old classic.
No yeets today, at least from him.
Is what I'm gonna call the HD strat. Because you cannot throw the pig in fantastic fashion in HD, thus making SD the better version, obviously.
And it's vanilla.
And it's vanilla. For sure. Also, I don't know. Let's be honest, HD's got a lot of pretty good stuff going for it that you wish the SD version had. Shortening the Triforce quest and
I've always said
having the swift sail in the base game. So
I've always said HD is the better casual game for
100%, 100%.
I feel like HD, like, I mean, with like all of them, like TPHD and Sculptors, I feel like HD is just naturally better since it's kind of like, yeah, just kind of like I mean, it's meant to be kind of be like the better version of the game, I guess.
Plan, and then the unspoken thing, or maybe what's not talked about enough if you've not played them, and for both Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD, menu on the gamepad. Pretty sweet.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sweet.
It definitely makes things a lot better, I think, for especially for casual players.
Yeah. It's a sad thing about the Wii U. I think there was a lot of potential with that console. Having like the gamepad. I know some people kind of railed on it, but there was a lot of cool things to happen. And Tanja's going up here. Okay, no, so this is just wooden. Alright, so I think that means that Gymnast is chilling as far as left side Earth Temple goes. But whether he knew it or not, I do think it was actually a gamble. He might have thought he could confirm that this was Big Key, but yeah, I think that it was in fact down in the basement, so hey. We take those, you know?
We do take those.
That's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes random give and sometimes it takes away.
So interestingly enough, Tanjo never checked Horseshoe. I guess I would have thought he would.
Yeah, because he was over here without didn't have leaf or hookshot at the time, so just went in and did diamond step early, right? No, he had hookshot, excuse me, sorry. He had hookshot. He did not have leaf and was not doing leafless golf. See, my brain is on how I tend to do it. It's just like if I have hookshot, I'm like, yeah, I'll do golf, sure. It might as well be in logic.
I don't really like leafless golf.
And a lot of people don't.
It's just kind of weird to me. I don't know.
My problem with leafless golf is it always goes well until I'm on restream, and then I always fail it at least once. It's like I'm accidentally spreading propaganda about it being harder than it is. Like, I swear it usually goes fine. You gotta believe me. And Jim does get to do fastest diamond step if he chooses. He's gonna go ahead and do the leaf strat. Pretty fast diamond step. And that's a lot harder to do than it looks, by the way, for anybody wondering. That leaf strat off the pot, like, it looks really simple. Try it. It's not that simple.
It's just really weird, too.
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, I guess we peek the spike over there on Vanilla Go ship chart. And Tanjo's gonna progress deeper into Earth Temple. We're still down a shard somewhere. Oh, there's Jin's Pearl. Yeah, that's right. So it was Diamond Step.
Yeah, it was Diamond Step, yeah.
We're good commentators, we promise.
Yeah, you know, hey.
Jim is about to get picked up box.
Are you not entertained? Hey, we haven't seen the other one yet.
Still
I don't remember. I don't think Pictos always show up. They never show up in barren locations, I'm pretty sure.
No, they can't. Because they're technically progression.
Yeah. So who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, Tanjo just making his way through Earth Temple. Did you know, some he did the he did like the storage stuff to get down here.
Okay, so
basically, yeah.
Tanjo's gonna try and do this.
I totally forgot. We can open up Gamba.
Yo, Gamba.
We're at Gamba %.
Oh, he's going for like this skip having to kill these guys basically.
Yeah, so this fog, if you don't know, for anyone watching, this fog prevents you from basically using any of your items. The sword, leaves, bombs, anything. But if you go in the corner over here, there is a spot where you can kind of avoid it. And it just has a certain amount of time, or even after you leave the fog, that it stays active on you. Jim got the like frame turnaround there. That was kind of crazy. Sorry, just kind of wild. Yeah, this is looking tough for.
Yeah, I really don't like this.
He's trying to use the leaf to kind of blow the smoke so he can get a little closer to it. I've honestly not practiced this personally.
I've seen it be done, and it just looks...
There we go. Nice.
It just looks annoying, but...
Yeah, it might just be something to kind of, like, get a little bit used to. Doesn't come up super often, so that's what it gets tough. Like, it's a nice strat to know, but sometimes some of those, the more niche strats really catch you off guard when suddenly you're like, wait, there's a thing I can do here. I know I can do it. I've definitely seen it. It was something like this, right? And you kind of lose yourself in it just a bit. We'll have to see. Anyway, Tower of the Gods. Jim is gonna catch up on dungeon %. But I think we are playing the Overworld Casino
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe
really,
a main feature.
we don't really have a lot of places left in reality.
Not too much. We've got, let's see, we've got Cabana inside.
Right. We got
We've
Fire
seen
Mountain.
Big Pig. Fire Mountain, I think, was hinted dead.
It's hinted foolish. Yeah, Fire Mountain and Great Fish. And Hyrule.
So I think we've got Zunari, Cabana,
Is that it?
and Ghost Ship?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's it. That's all I can think of. I don't know if we've seen Ghost Ship. I mean, we've seen the Ghost Ship, but we've not seen the inside. This
Right.
scene.
Again, all these pieces running together now for me.
Yeah, that's what's so tough. You're like trying to keep it all straight. So, I think we've seen everything else between the two of them.
Yeah.
We already know that Hyrule's hinted dead, but also we're in a shard. We're looking for a shard anyhow, so that is not going to matter. Oh, the note to mom. That was on what was on Horseshoe, yeah? Was it?
Yes.
So yeah, so note to mom then as well. Being 2 checks actually. Both the response and then Bido mail because Earth Temple, so never mind, we got a little bit more to work with.
I'm actually a little surprised Jim didn't check Note to Mom before coming in here.
It's a good point. But maybe he just thinks that there's a chance he finds what he's looking for in here, and otherwise probably plans to pop down to Cabana afterwards and knows that there's a mailbox down there.
That's true.
I guess it just depends. I mean, like, thinking about the number of shards that Jim is missing currently.
Yeah.
He knows he's looking for so much that the chances of, you know, perhaps finding everything that he needs or not. He might just assume that there's at least something in here, and he's right. There is. So.
Alright, so Tanjo's save warping out here, so it looks like he's gonna be checking basement.
Yeah, it makes sense. I know sometimes people like to try to pop out early, check Bido mail. I guess he doesn't have Note to Mom, does he? So never mind.
Right.
So you just go ahead and clear the whole thing. He should have seen Moblin's letter there.
Is this last game 100%? Yeah, so whoever wins this game will be moving on. And then whoever loses will be dropping down to loser's bracket, where they still have a chance to make a run and potentially make finals.
This is non-elimination game, so.
Yep.
There'll still be more to see from both of these runners, thank goodness. Because, sure, speak for us all when I say that we want to see more Tanjo and Gymnast in this tournament.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, these are obviously two of our top runners.
yeah, so I think this chest right next to Tanjo, this is the big key. Jim might have just mispeeked it and assumed it had to be on the mini boss, because he knew the small key had to be the 3rd crypt, or 2nd crypt. I think it is technically, right?
2nd, yeah. 3rd is
As often as we do left side last, you're supposed to do it first in the normal clear of the dungeon.
Because vanilla.
Because vanilla. You know, thinking about it, this other chest isn't spiked, right?
No.
This would have been the seed for the bomb clip into the Stalfos. This would have been the one.
True. Although that is a very...
Yeah, you want to talk about niche strats. As a niche strat.
Any spoiler loggers?
Yeah, Jim getting his final sword, having the 4th graded master sword.
That's right, I forgot that was there on the stone tablet. Yeah, so we're finally gonna get some items here. And then there's a shard even on the mini boss. Yeah, so there's plenty in this dungeon.
Shard there. Light arrows will be on
yeah, on the big key. Yeah, so it might look like Jim is at a bit of a disadvantage, and he might be a little bit, because Tanjo hitting that sword. Now we're literally a shard off of go mode with Tower of the Gods done already. But I don't remember what his overworld looks like compared to Jim's.
He does have Tanjo does have quite a lot of Windfall looking at his tracker.
Yeah, it's gotta go back to doing the Windfall. Might have to go hit up Horseshoe, depending on what Note to Mom has, so we'll see.
Yeah. Also Jim with a boomer strat here.
Yo, looking good? Yeah, easy. Oh, just
Oh
kidding.
no.
I mean,
Oh
you know,
no,
that wasn't
dude.
the part that went
That
wrong. It was the jump. He tried to
that
do it
does
too
happen.
quick.
That does happen sometimes. You
Yeah.
just
He did the hard thing.
Yeah, I think he let the stick. Must have just let it go neutral, like a frame early or something. Got a weird ledge grab. I don't know.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, because he does such a quick rollout after that side hop.
mm.
That bubble. Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
It'd
there
probably
we go.
be fine, but so Tanjo. Yeah, see there you go. See, I was just gonna say Tanjo got to be careful with the wind, but yeah, he actually made sure to set it back to north before hookshotting the mailbox.
Yep.
Easy to forget. It happens, you know.
Oh yeah, it's
I love the swift sail until it screws you like that. But really, I'd still don't
oh
take it away from me, please.
I couldn't imagine Rando without Swiss Sail.
I
That'd
don't
be
think I don't think I'd run it. I don't think I could.
I don't think many would.
I don't think anyone. Yeah.
Very few people would.
I mean, really, if especially in SD, it would just be okay. You have to just swim everywhere, pretty much. So just be
Mhm. Yeah.
you want to get good at this rando, better get good at super swimming. Don't want to do that? Sorry, can't help you. Some people would be
Yeah,
into
but
it.
Jim getting the shards in the minibus room. He has 3 to go. Well, technically 2 to go.
Yeah.
He'll
So
get
what's
the
he?
last
Yeah,
one here.
what's he
So
missing?
two
Because he's
overall.
gonna. What shard does Tanjo have that Jim doesn't? Besides
I'm
Godon.
not sure.
That's what I'm trying to think.
I'm pretty sure one of the ones he's missing is the one that Tanjo hasn't picked up yet, I'd imagine.
Was it here in Tower of the Gods? It might be late. There was something in the top of the floating platforms room. So, yeah. No, that's
Yeah,
true. That was
that might
that
be
was right. That
actually
was
it.
the ghost ship chart. That's right. That was the ghost ship chart. So, I'm
Yep.
not sure. Was it in the No, it wasn't the Armos either, because that was the key I remember us having a discussion about. I don't know. I'm sure we will see it when Jim finds it. It is definitely somewhere.
We know we're finding something.
Really helped us narrow it down.
Well, you only got 2 checks left, or 3 checks.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to ZSR2 for raiding with the party at 28. Welcome in, everybody.
We are
Judging by the fact that
deep in
your
our
average
game
link is the
3.
first person, I'd imagine that these are the Skyward Sword people.
They are the Skyward. Yes, by the amounts by the amounts of Jim Q's in chat.
Oh yeah,
We can
my
tell
people
it's-
right here.
I was gonna say a kick-out call to your peeps.
My people.
Usher them in. Bring them to the dark side or the light side. I don't know, depending on your perspective. I think Wind Waker's pretty cool. Yeah, so ghost ship chart up here. Still haven't seen it. Depending on where it is for Tanjo, maybe we'll see it after like the meal and stuff, which I forgot that he did not do. So
Yes,
he did
yeah,
the thing that he
yeah.
did. I don't know if y'all remember, like an hour ago when I mentioned it, but I said Tanjo might try to greed Mila for when he has Fire and Ice. Well, there you go. It happened, and he did. And now she runs away, having given us nothing. But that's how it goes sometimes.
Being useless, like, a fair amount of the time.
Yeah. It's definitely kind of a polarizing check.
I guess I don't hate it as much as I used to, now that I understand how to, like, do a bunch of stuff alongside with it.
Yeah, it does become an interesting routing decision, so
Mhm.
I do have to agree with that. I'm gonna go ahead and start Zunari.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
It's a lot of sense. Keep having to like double check. I'm like, great. I'm like, Ghost Ship was not hinted dead, right? Like, I still feel like we haven't seen it. But maybe we did and I just completely missed it. But
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet.
Tanja's gonna go ahead and focus on Zunari for the time being. No, never mind. Tanja's going to Cabana for the time being. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is where we'll start to find out what our true ending is here as as Jim is finishing up Tower of the Gods. So it's like you can kind of see Gymnast is reaching the end of this dungeon, and I think their overworld looks pretty similar right now. So I would throw a slight lead to Tanjo, but not by a whole lot.
Yeah, this is still anyone's game.
Yeah.
It really comes down to, is Jim just gonna, or if Cabana has lights, it's very Tanjo favored. If it isn't, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
no one.
really just we just have to wait like the last shot is and how quickly the runners take to find it, really.
Yeah.
Yep. But I think it's very likely for Jim to come to Cabana after here, so I think regardless if it's here or not, I think they'll both end up clearing it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd be very surprised to see anything different.
Yeah, I mean, as Jim, you're right here.
This might have been
here
the
anyway.
cheese, actually. Given it's spiky.
This is light arrows.
Oh, it's light arrows, yeah. I am
Yeah.
paying attention, as you can see.
100%.
I mean, it was something. I mean, I knew something was important at the end of Todgy, and boom, here it is.
Oh, Maggie's letter was on a mail check. A mail check. Wallet mail?
I think it had to be wallet mail. Yeah.
Yeah, because Tanjo just got a wallet, yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit unfortunate to go ahead and grab that immediately after leaving Windfall. Not what you want to see, but...
Yeah, Jim just entering Godin.
Yep. So again, it's just, yeah, it's that one shard that Jim's missing that I can't remember what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's one shot that Tanjo's got that Jim doesn't, and yeah, I don't know what it is either.
Got me a little worried. Because, like, even if the shard is here, like, again, like, I think Jim comes here right afterwards. But then beyond that, like, there's somewhere that he has to go that we're missing out on. I think best case for Jim right now is it's on Note to Mom somehow. Because he has that and Tanjo doesn't, and would have to go and do golf and everything. So, I think if you're rooting for Jim, you hope Cabana is empty.
Well, we're gonna find out.
First chest was wooden. Second chest
I can't see it, and it's also wooden. Empty.
Yep, both wooden. Empty, yeah.
Okay, so
Jim's quote-unquote time losses definitely... He's getting more equal with Tanjo, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. They're gonna equal out some of their time investments in the overworld. Especially if golf ends up being required. Because that is, you know, it's a slower check. It's a little out of the way. Especially once you do Diamond Step early, golf gets extra... extra difficult. But yeah, so we might actually go ahead and see... I would be very surprised if we don't see Note to Mom get mailed over at Cabana.
yeah, I mean, it's
either before or after checking it.
Right.
Yeah, looks
hopefully
like
even before, because that's two back-to-back checks.
Right.
That you can just grab.
As Jim, you have no excuse not to go Cabana here. You're right there at Tachi.
Oh yeah, I think 100% he goes there.
Yeah.
I mean, Tanjo at this point only really has like Forest Haven, Windfall, and Ghost Ship and Golf left, so he's starting to run out of checks, I guess.
Oh, was it Hopacross? Did Hopacross have a shard?
I thought Hopacross was dead.
I also thought it was dead.
Is this gonna be
I'm really tweaking out about what did Jim not do? Islet? Is it Islet?
Could be Islet? No, I thought that was dead too.
Yeah, I thought it was dead as well.
Oh
my god.
Needle. I don't think Jim did Needle Rock.
You know, that's it.
And I think it was the Needle Rock bait bag check, right? That had something.
Amanda's casually just going through every check in the game.
I mean, you know, eventually you'll get there, right?
I'm like 99%.
Eventually you'll get there.
I'm like 99% sure. It was probably Needle
Yeah,
Rock.
there was something on that bait bag check. I don't think Jim went up there. Which is strange, because he was in Diamond Step. But he did get Din's Pearl there, so I think that might have just been his cue to, like, peace out and go Tower of the Gods. So
Yeah, not on Zenari. Zenari had nothing.
looking like looking very note to mom.
Yeah,
on
definitely.
either one of those. I'm not sure which, but it's looking like it's gonna be in the mail.
Also, same Emily. Before race 2, I was chowing down on some Subway. So you know,
Not sponsored, by the way.
not sponsored, non-sponsored.
Wouldn't that be wild? Can you imagine Subway sponsoring his ESR? Do you think the
Maybe
Subway execs know what speedrunning is? Possible.
All right.
It's becoming a
Anyone
little
work
bit more mainstream.
Anyone in the chat work at Subway? See if we can get in contact with
Yeah, we're gonna need to accelerate this process, advance it up to the top, please.
Right.
Oh, yeah, Tanjo doesn't have the
getting
bait
a-
bag either, yeah. That'll
Getting a
probably
bit
mean
big.
that's gonna push him towards. Not that he has
It's
much
gonna-
left, but that'll likely push him towards outset,
Yeah.
as
this
opposed to
point-
like Forest Haven or anything.
At this point, it's Tanjo. You with bait bag now, you really
I mean, he's got like
You go do
nothing
pig.
else, so.
You go
Okay,
do-
Jim
you go
mailing
first.
note to mom. Yeah.
Yep. So here we go. We're gonna see. I think it has to be here. So I think we've
It seems
exhausted
like
all other
random
options.
things.
Really, it's just, is it gonna be Bido's mom or Bido? Place your last second bets now.
right. Sure, the bet is still open, so you basically got a 50-50 at this point.
I mean, I've written in the chat saying it can be Ghost Ship. Okay, it's here.
Well,
This is
There we
where
go.
it is. So
Sorry,
definitely better for Jim, I think. So now they're both basically even. Just depends where.
Oh yeah, Jim's still down one shard though.
Yeah. Yeah, Jim has to go to Needle Rock and Tanjo has to go to Horseshoe. Who goes there first, basically?
yeah, I think Jim probably does Cabana into, well, maybe Needle Rock.
Well, he's probably gonna go Great Fish, trade the flower, go Needle.
Yeah.
So we'll waste we'll waste, quote unquote. We'll spend some time talking to the Goron.
Yeah, and then
Because
Tanjo-
obviously he can't know where the item is.
Right.
But it's gonna be a close one. I think I'd give, like I said, a slightly Tanjo favored, but
Yeah, I mean we're talking.
maybe it's slight though. It's very minor.
This race is coming down to high roll for sure.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'd have it no other way.
Yeah, right? I'm like, could you ask for anything else for game 3? Come on. This is what we want to see. In some ways, this is maybe even what we expect to see. I'd much rather have this than somebody just get, like, randoed because they didn't go mode a dungeon that the other did or whatever. So,
Right.
yep,
Yeah, this
off
one's-
to Horseshoe. I think this is pretty much last location for Tanjo.
I don't see anything else on his tracker.
He's got, I
be
think,
honest.
Ghost Ship.
Yeah.
So, but I think note to mom, and honestly, the Ghost Ship might even be looking at 5-star for him. It might be beyond that. I'm not sure.
It might even be at this point, it may even be a great fish.
Do you think it's that late? Because it's possible.
It's possible.
If it was at Great Fish and he decided he wanted to do that first, that could be unfortunate. Because if it was at Star Belt or a 5-star, you warp to somewhere with a mailbox.
Oh yeah, I forgot it could be at Starbelt. It might be at Starbelt then.
Okay, yeah, Tanjo doing golf right now.
Yep, and
I
Jim
mean-
doing exactly what I thought, which is trading with the Goron, and he's trying to figure out where his Ghost Ship is at.
This will tell us a lot of where Tanjo's Ghost Ship is too.
Yeah, 5-star for Tan, or 5-star for Jim.
Yeah.
So will not get baited by the Ghost Ship. But
Yep.
I don't think that was ever going to happen being over here, because yeah, it's not a Diamond Step anymore. It hasn't been for a while.
Yeah, and it's too early for it to be a great fish, so.
Yeah.
Alright, is this the Hopio moment for Tanjo? Does he think he's just gonna get a shard here?
Game's going to make him work for it a little bit.
I mean, this technically is his shot. It's just a bit delayed.
It's
Yeah,
just
but I
wrapped,
think
you know. It's just wrapped
as-
up. You
Yeah.
have to unwrap it. It's like a Christmas present.
I'm sure as Tanjo, you go straight to, Yep.
Yep, Forest Haven, yep.
Okay, so Jim is checking Islet, so that's
You
gonna be
mail it, you change time of day, and then you hope that the ghost ship is a 5-star. If it's not in the mail. That's pretty much, I think, how you play this. Yeah, so Jim's gonna spend some time in Islet and gonna spend some time shooting the torches in Needle Rock, I would imagine.
He may not even do the cave. He'll see the spiky chest and go straight for it.
It's possible. It's possible. You do always run the risk of getting baited by a bottle.
True. But honestly, I'd take that risk.
I might too.
At this point,
I might too.
You know this race has got to be super even.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
we're
Tanjo...
looking at like, we're looking definitely at a sub 140 for Tanjo. He's got, 10 minutes to spend in Hyrule to still make that. Hyrules do not usually last that long for these two. I'd be very surprised.
We could easily see a double sub 140 here.
Yeah. I feel like it's often kind of like a metric for a solid Season 5 time. Seed depending, of course. But with no FF in Logic, you're feeling pretty good about sub 140.
Yeah.
So we'll see what kind of a lead Tanjo will have coming into Hyrule.
But yeah, definitely a lead since he's first to go with.
Yeah, I think a minute and a half if Jim goes for the bait check first, the one on the island, and I think 2 minutes if he does the cave.
Yeah. Like I said, if I'm Jim, I'm hard committing to that spiky chest.
He is going straight for this shot first instead of shooting the ice, which I feel like you normally do. He's doing it.
Yep.
Leaving Coral behind, so he's gonna have to run all the way back to the boat, but...
Saying goodbye, Coral. I don't need you.
Yeah, so Tanjo, that's a barrier break at 1:30:45. And
Jim will be maybe
right
a minute behind.
Yeah, I think I said I'm saying a minute and a half, but maybe that might even be an overestimate. I'm not sure.
Minute and a half.
This is gonna be close.
Minute and a half sounds about right for where they are.
Game 3. Nerves running high, perhaps. But maybe not, maybe having 2 seeds already under your belt, you're nice and warmed up, and you're just kind of vibing. Also, Ghost Ship was at 5-star for Jim as well. No, Jim was the one who checked it. Tanjo wasn't. Never mind.
Yeah.
Darn, we'll never know. We'll never know how deep in the night cycle Tanjo was.
He's at least 4 or 5 in at this point, I'd have to guess, but...
I might have been spot on with that minute 30.
That's looking like it was pretty much exact, yeah. Yeah, but really, this race is going to come down to PG.
Yep.
Obviously, both of these guys have really good PGs. So
They do, which is unfortunate for Gymnast, because if Tanjo knocks out a solid PG, it might not matter what Jim does at this point.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of like it's Tanjo's opportunity to just go ahead and close this one out and don't even give Jim the chance to catch up.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. What kind of spawn does Tanjo get though? That classic spawn.
You're fine with that spawn at this point.
Yeah, he didn't move around too erratically. The sword's actually like right next to the door.
Yeah, actually that was really nice.
Sometimes he can be kind of a pain. Now here's the real question. Does the Moblin give Jim the little push? Oh, not quite, I don't think.
No, it didn't look like it was a...
I don't know if that actually helps or not, but sometimes I kind of feel good when he gives me a push. I'm like, thanks, guy. He did something for once that I appreciate. Instead of usually hate. Oh, El Target did not want to get targeted on the other Moblin. Tanjo's magic, I think, is going to be a little bit beneath half going into the fight. Shouldn't really matter, but could. No, the double shot could help even that out, actually. Yeah, just a tiny bit beneath full.
Yeah. I don't mind the double magic grab there. Honestly, I'm sure nerves are running at this point, so you just gotta.
Oh yeah, I would go ahead and pick him up for sure. Good first shot. Clean as you want to see it.
Ooh,
He's
Wait for
moving.
the slow shot now, I think.
Yep, playing safe.
Oh, that was really close. Almost didn't quite catch it there.
Nope, not quite on the quick shot. That's
And
a
a
really
difficult third shot, but hit it still. When the tail wags on the right side, that slow shot is not easy.
no, yeah.
The area that you can aim for is often very tight. So yeah, if you're hoping for Gymnast to pull ahead, that's not the PG one you want to see Tanjo knock out, because that was pretty fast. That was very solid. But we are not going to be... This race is not going to be able to be called until there's a sword in Ganon's face.
Right.
Nice double shot there for Jim on the Moblins. That was very fast.
Ooh,
Oh,
just off the crypt.
chance for the redemption.
True, true. No magic drops though, which a little unlucky, but
Yeah, that's always sometimes it's like the redemption for when you miss grip. It's like, okay, well, I get some keystrops, so we're chilling.
really
Good
quick
first shot for
shot.
Jim. Oh, I kind of scammed on that second one. That looked really
That-
good.
We got just a little high. Oh,
All right, and the third shot there was Rush. He wanted to get this. He wanted to get the slow shot. I think he knows. He must know how close this is, even without being able to see. Jesus,
Oh, I mean, at this
those two follow-up shots, though. Goddamn.
They were good, yeah.
That
freaking
third
clean.
shot. Tanja's magic is kind of low here.
Yeah, we're seeing him go for the safe bomb strats, which I don't.
Yeah, we've got enough magic for 2 light arrow shots only.
Yeah, he really doesn't want to be missing any.
Yeah, and we have soup, so like we're chilling as far as that. But drinking soup ahead of time could be, you know, sort of a waste of time because you want to have that soup buff for Ganon to speed that fight up.
Right.
And it's easy to take damage and lose the buffed damage against Puppet. So 3/4 of a heart, little spook, but we're chilling. 1 crit hit there for Jim, missing the double. Didn't get the chance actually. Didn't the second shot didn't collide off the body, so
However,
you're
he does
not
get
able to let off the third one quickly enough.
to note though, he does get a double magic drop, so
It's true. So we're gonna, as much as Tanjo is running out, Jim is gonna be totally fine. Tanjo going for soup dupe at the end. I wonder if that's like a force of habit thing. I usually just personally drink. I know that's
Oh
like
my
a
God, Jim.
preference thing. Almost the
if Jim hit that,
the ultimate.
if Jim hit
That would
that,
have been so hype.
I might have had to mute and just yell "Holy shit" as loud as I can.
It's been a really solid pup again for Jim.
That was
Yeah, I'd say
really
Jim's
good.
Puppet Game was better than Tanjo's, I think.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
definitely.
Definitely
A
the
little bit.
PG3.
You hit the double crypt there, and you're well pleased. In absence, you're pretty pleased still, I would hope.
Yeah, Tanjo's still in the lead, though.
Yep,
He's a
got about
Ganon's
Yeah,
tower.
Tanda really
like,
did
ahead.
not drop a lot of time on Puppet, so
Yeah.
clean Ganon fight, and I mean Jim's gonna be on his tail, but just maybe not quite close enough.
Alright, phase 1 done here for Tanjo.
Zoop buff putting in work.
Jim didn't get a great climb, unfortunately. Still pretty solid, but
Sometimes you run the risk of getting greedy with it and then falling. And it's like that's even worse.
I just take the L while I'm there, and I'm just like, alright, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
play it safe.
Yeah, so as Jim drinks his soup, Tanjo
That
finishes.
is time for Tanjo.
Almost in Ganon at the same time, just a touch off from that, but gosh dang is that close.
I mean, we're
Holy
looking,
cow.
assuming this Ganon goes well, we're looking at a sub 1 minute race.
Yeah.
First phase done.
It's a little slow to shoot that second shot.
We do have our 2 runners will be joining us in a second for an interview, but you know what? Let's watch Jim finish out. Assuming he doesn't die here.
I think the main way you end up dying on Ganon is you get hit, and then you're like, I don't want to drink soup that's slow, and then Ganon surprises you.
Ooh, he went for the greed, but decides not to.
Yeah, Zelda was starting to take too long with that final shot. I respect the Riel target.
That is
yeah.
time to gymnast.
And it's time for Jim.
138.47.
And
so
yeah,
GG's to both of those guys.
Yeah, Jim closed the gap, but just not quite enough in the end. GG's to both of you.
Thank you.
Really close race, a really fun game 3.
Yeah, really, really close. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's good that I think it was good that the first 2 races were blowouts on either side, and then the third one was the close one.
Yeah, nobody really got randoed this time.
Well, you know, I wanted Earth Temple to have 2 items for Go mode. You know, so when it only had 1 and Moblins was nothing, I was like, all right, now Jim skipped left side. He's found the shard in the overworld, and I'm just hunting. But
would you believe if I told you that Jim did Earth Temple second?
Yeah, I've been told. I'm surprised that Taji wasn't the first dungeon, but I understand that Jim put off Diamond Step extremely late.
Yeah, that Din's Pearl was
yeah,
definitely took a while.
Yeah, Earth Temple.
Yeah, you got your fair share of Earth Temple in today. I don't remember. I don't remember the dungeons from the first seed, but a lot of Earth.
I think there was Earth Temple too.
Was it
Dragon Roost, Earth Temple, Wind Temple?
Yeah,
because Wind Temple was
single
better.
Forsaken Fortress would be nice.
Not single
have a fast
one.
But okay.
Hey, at least the soft lock is not in play then, you know, because you never know how that goes.
That's fair. That's fair.
Also, I didn't see it in the last race, although I heard Tower of the Gods. How was Command Melody Skip for you, Tangent? Did it go right today?
Yes, first try both times.
I saw it this time, and I was like, nice, there we go.
Yeah. New setup, new me.
New setup.
I'm not scared
you.
of Taji anymore.
Let's go.
I'm scared of Pompey and Vera. They terrify me.
Fair enough.
They're very scary.
Yeah. I dislike the check very much. But yeah, that game too, I was just, I know that Pompey and Vera have bait bag, or, it could be required. I know Picto's in pop print. I could try grapple skip, but surely I will find grapple soon. And then
yes, I had the same thought. I was like, surely grappling hook is somewhere on the overworld that I can find.
Like, there's no way, and then there was a way. Yeah, I kind of realized in game 2, like once where the lights and the sword, I think, in or ET was. I was like, oh no, this was a door cancel seed, and I didn't do door cancel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah. Eventually, like, I kind of just figured that, like, I didn't need Pictovox for anything. The only thing I needed bait bag for was, like, would have been for dig up black soil. So essentially, that was just like a single really long check.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is all that was. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that last. And thankfully, it was not required. So.
Yeah. But yeah, in game 3, I felt like, I played pretty safe in the first 2 games. Too safe, I think, in game 2. So I decided to go a little bit more aggro, like not putting off Windfall. Too long. I found Picto early. That kind of helped. But just playing a little bit more aggro, like I gambled the Forest Haven tree branch check. I was like, if I have to come back, I have to come back. Then going to like Earth Temple, looking for 2 items instead of 1. I don't know. It was kind of scary at the end there of game 3.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just did my usual go to Windfall first and read hints while Mila's walking around. But then, unfortunately, I failed to do Lenzo door cancel for like 2 minutes. I just kept on falling in the water.
Oh no! Damn.
Yeah, that was the. I think we were saying like that. I think that was for even like for both of you. I think that was like the big, probably like difference maker that we saw. Besides just like little manual routing things, and it's hard to quantify how those all end up panning out. Like having picked up for the first Windfall visit versus having Fire and Ice for in some of the dungeons and stuff. So
Yeah, the dungeon, Forbidden Woods in Game 2. I went out like I have bow, I have leaf. That's good enough, right? And then I was like in the basement tree room, and that was a spike chest. I was like, I gotta do this room vanilla.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I hadn't seen that one in a while.
Yeah. So in Game 3, I was like, okay, I will wait until I have equipment for that room before going Forbidden Woods.
Did you say Game 2 is when you played it safe?
Yeah. Well, you can't go clear Forbidden Woods.
True.
So
You
go
can.
there.
You can.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
oh yeah, game 1. I looked at the DRC miniboss chest and I was like, that's a light brown chest. Nope. And well,
Yeah.
it was not a light brown chest.
Oh shoot, we're misspeaking game. Oh no.
Yeah, that's the console experience.
I live in fear, especially on console. I live in fear of that every time.
Well,
Or
yeah,
like the fly around chest, I think is rough sometimes too.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, at least that one. Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't want to like get into the arena for the mini boss one.
Sure.
I
no,
mean,
of course
I guess
not.
I should have just used the telescope, I guess. But I mean, I didn't think I was gonna win that one anyway because my routing just I like severely misinterpreted like the hints in the first seed, like because so what I did the first seed is so we got the hint that Angular was on the path to Goma, so like okay, Angular somehow leads to grappling hook, right? So I was like, okay, let's go to Angular, and I forget what we got there. I think it was delivery bag.
Yeah.
On the peak of Angular, so I was like, okay, so well, the one thing that's in logic with the delivery bag right now is Zunari. So I go do that. It's not grappling hook, but it's something useful anyway. It's the Triforce shard, right? So I'm like, oh, okay. I guess it must be the other chest that's in there. That's on the path to Goma potentially, because the only thing in logic now that I did Zunari is just the first 3 checks of Dragonoo's Cavern. That's all that's left. So I go through the first 2 checks, get hook shot, and I'm like, oh, okay, so yeah, so and I already had Mirror Shield by that point, so I was like, oh yeah, it's definitely the second chest in Angular that's on the path to Goma. So I go to Angular, and I get the Boomerang, and I'm like, okay, well, no, I guess I debated myself.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, so I guess it is the delivery bag again. So,
Boomerang is just like the ultimate debate, yeah.
but the thing is, like, I could have still continued in Dragon Roost, even though I'd already gotten the hook shot because the bombs and power bracelets were still accessible. Just like later in the dungeon, but I dipped out because I thought the hook shot was what I needed to like go get my path to Goma in.
I see.
And so I ended up triple dipping Dragon Roost Cavern because of that. And then I also wasted like 5 minutes trying to do the jump from the rising platform to where the like middle warp pod is.
Oh yeah.
Just not getting it at all. And so, like, by that point, like, that was even before I misinterpreted the Skullhammer chest. And so I was, like, because of all that, I'm pretty sure I would have lost anyway if I had recognized the Skullhammer chest.
Yeah. That one was rough, because I was definitely thinking of going to Private Oasis, because it was hinted, Pathling to Mogera. So I was thinking of going there early and getting the top chest out of Logic or something, if it was spiky. But ended up not doing that, and that would have been pretty big. To get angle dip.
Yeah, I put that off for a while because I was heavy, like I was 100% convinced that chest had to be Skullhammer.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, well, if I can get hook shot and grappling hook, then I can just do deed skip by storing that chest and use the hammer in Cabana. But no, it was the Moblin's letter, and the hammer was not on that chain at all. Just wild misinterpretation of the hints for me on game.
Yeah.
So you just have to do your best, I guess, to shake it off and don't let it affect you.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, these other 2 games I thought were fine, aside from me failing Lenzo Door cancel for 2 minutes.
I think Gabi has a decent setup with climbing up the tree instead of the wall.
Yeah, I remember that worked for me, like, once, And then I tried it a few more times and it didn't work anymore, but I was probably doing something wrong. So that's why I reverted to doing the wall. But I
Sure,
should
the one you
probably
know,
try to
right?
do-
Yeah.
I should probably try to do the tree again.
It did make me nostalgic to see kind of like the OG strat.
Well, when you got Jim, you're gonna see some boomer strats.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Hey, it's always fun to see a little bit of original command melody skip.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, I was failing Strat and Earth Temple. I had only seen like Alex posted a video of skipping the
Oh,
Four
yeah,
Masters thing.
yeah.
So I was kind of winging it, so I wasn't really sure. Like I did it in game 2 as well. I wasn't really sure like where to stand and stuff like that. So I was failing that for quite a bit. Probably didn't end up saving time versus fighting the Four Masters there, but
Yeah, I think Jim, it seemed like you were gonna go for it, and then you just ended up fighting the Floor Masters, trying to jump flash out at the smoke.
Well, yeah. So I think I misinterpreted the. Like I feel like I misinterpreted something about that hint in game 3 because. Like, I don't know, I just kind of blindly went that way, but when I jumped in the smoke, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I don't think I have to do this.
Hmm. Yeah, and then once you're down there, you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, and once you're down there, you're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
I guess I don't know. I don't remember if you could, confirm that that had to be a small key, but there's definitely a chance.
like across the Four Masters.
Yeah, across the because
Yeah.
then obviously you knew the one was Iron Boots.
Yeah, that's why I did left side first. So if I knew that I was still missing a small key, I could skip that room entirely.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG's on the game 3, or best of 3 rather, in one day, a marathon.
GG's.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
both definitely know how to make it exciting. Back to back. No, that's a lot of rando.
It is.
It helps that season 5's a little shorter.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think as far as bracket goes, it's gonna be a little bit before y'all know your next opponents, because I think Tanjo, you're looking at either Tuba or Gold Quiver, and I think there's some scheduling things there, so that's coming later in the month, and then...
Yeah, Jim, you're waiting on the winner of Spytron and Randomite plays Rick Schmitty in the second round, and then whoever wins that, you play, so...
Yeah, so it's probably not going to be a bit for that either.
You got a little bit until you're probably...
Deadline September 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna...
Like, what's today? The 12th of August?
Yeah.
August.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm excited to not play Wind Waker Rando for a month.
Let's go.
We need to practice anyway.
Yeah, back to the other randos.
Yeah.
Back to Skyward Sword.
Nah, I'll play a couple seeds of Wind Waker, I'm sure.
Let's go.
Yeah, but shout out to all the volunteers today. I know this is pretty taxing on ZSR as well, so appreciate the triple restream by everyone.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and Advo, the MVP, organizing everything.
All 3 race rooms and tracking all 3 races. Pretty...
Yeah. And providing the names, the file names in season or in game 2.
Right.
Not season 2. It's very important. Yeah. Jim didn't use the assigned name in game 1.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
awkward.
No,
What the heck, Jim?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
No.
I don't know. Jim is a pretty accurate description of game 1.
Damn. Facts. Unfortunate.
Hey, but it led to a banger game 3, so what can we say?
True. It's true.
True.
Yeah, I'm glad it was close.
Alright, well, GG's to you both. Snacks, I don't know, do you know what's going on in the ZSR world as we leading to the weekend?
Oh, God. Well,
Sorry
if
to
you
put you on
want-
the spot.
no, it's fine. If you want to watch some Zelda action, boy, do we have an absolutely insane amount of stuff on this weekend. We got... Tomorrow is our next Season 5 tournament match. Alex versus Lyric Game 2. I won't spoil who took Game 1. But yeah, other than that, we got MMR, we got a Twilight Princess any % weekly, which should be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be
and
awesome.
yeah, so we got a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, again, shoutouts to everyone who made today possible. This was an insane day. Getting 3 view streams all covered is huge shoutouts to all those volunteers.
Oh, yeah.
But we're gonna head out, and I'm gonna send you guys over to ZSR3, who are currently covering some Majora's Mask Randomizer Season 3. So, if I can type the command in correct. But thank you all for watching so much. Obviously, this was a great series, and we hope to see you all in the future.
Hey, you're
Bye.
reading the wrong channel.
Am I? I don't know.